Get ready to raise up. That's the rallying cry from the Carolina Hurricanes this morning. Of course, be prepared for heavy traffic around PNC Arena tonight. Fans will be out tailgating early for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight against the Florida Panthers. Well, Canes are getting fans hyped up before the matchup. Just hours ago, they tweeted a new promo video showing up why we need to raise up. The team will be on the ice this morning around 10:30 ahead of that Game 1 tonight. We'll hear from some of the players in our noon hour on WRAL. Right about now, we want to bring in our Carolina Hurricanes insider, Adam Gold, from the Adam Gold Show on 99.9 The Fan and WRAL Sports Plus. Adam, always great to see you, my friend. Listen, the Canes won 2 of 3 meetings between these two teams during the regular season. That was then. This is now. How do you see the Canes matching up against the Panthers?
Well, first of all, it should be a fun series. What happened in November, December, and middle of April doesn't matter. That last game of the season, you would think might be an indication, but it isn't. Playoff hockey is so different than the regular season. And the Florida Panthers team that just shocked Boston, the best team that the NHL's regular season has ever seen, and who tamed Toronto, winning all 3 games in Toronto. Yeah, this is a different beast. Remember last year, it was the Panthers that were the best team in the NHL and then flamed out in the second round of the playoffs. I think this is the team that Carolina is seeing. This is a pretty daunting task. And, I mean, I don't make anybody the favorite here. Carolina has home ice advantage. They're going to have to use it tonight.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about some of the storylines. First, Jordan Staal taking on both his brothers, Eric and Mark, playing for the Florida Panthers. How do you see this sibling rivalry playing out on the ice?
Well, I think that, first of all, it's a complicated thing here because of Eric Stahl's history here.
Right.
I don't think Mark Stahl complicates anything other than, hey, it's really cool to play against your brother. You don't see that a lot. But the Eric Stahl, Jordan Stahl relationship, remember, the whole reason why Jordan is here is because of Eric.
Those
right. Those guys wanted to play with each other.
That's right. I remember that.
And that trade was essentially orchestrated in many ways by Jordan. He turned down the exact same contract that Carolina gave him. Pittsburgh offered him that same contract. He turned it down. Ultimately, he wanted to play here with his brother, and it didn't work out. And Eric got traded, and Jordan right now is arguably the face of this franchise on the ice. So certainly the face of the franchise, according to the head coach.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
There's some complications there, but it should be.
So let's talk about Coach Maurice. Of course, many of us who've lived here long enough remember Coach Paul Maurice coaching the Canes for 2 stints. How do you see his return to PNC Arena?
First of all, Paul's got the driest, best sense of humor you'll find in the entire NHL. So he noticed, look, the trees are taller. Look, he was the first coach in Hurricanes history.
Right.
He was Rod Brindamore's first coach when he came to the Hurricanes. He gave Rod a shot as an assistant coach before Paul left here. So the ties between Paul Maurice and this organization, even though it's a completely different regime, there's no Peter Carmanos, there's no Jim Rutherford anymore. But Paul Maurice's start in coaching came here. There will always be warm feelings for Mo. I think from the fan base, I think from the people around this organization, and from Paul to Carolina. And I think Paul and Rod have a great relationship. But none of that matters, right?
Right,
As we
exactly.
start tonight, just after 8.
Yeah, and really quickly, the keys to tonight's game for the Canes pulling this one out.
Well, I think the keys for tonight are the same as the keys for the entire series, especially on home ice. Sebastian Aho, Seth Jarvis, and Stefan Nason have to be on the score sheet because I think they'll get the most favorable matchups here. But I think the series will go as well as Brady Shea and Brett Pesce go, the second defensive pairing, because they're going to have some assignments. They were kind of in and out in the first 2 rounds.
Right.
They can't be in and out. If they're in and out, the Carolina Hurricanes will lose the series. The best of them, I think, is good for Carolina.
Boy, we are looking forward to this one. Adam, always great talking hockey with you, my friend.
See you soon.
All right. You can check out Adam's Canes Corner podcast. A new episode drops after every Hurricanes game. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. And you can catch Adam weekdays from noon to 3 on the Adam Gold Show on 99.9 The Fan and WRAL Sports Plus.